Let me start with a thought about my Marin boots from Brunt. I gotta ask you guys, what has your experience been with Brunt? Because I'll tell you mine right now, I'm obsessed. Right out of the box. I'm talking day one. No break-in period. With boots, guys, that is so rare. No pain, no give it 2 weeks and suffer like the rest of us. Other boot brands, they'll treat your feet like a training camp. Brunt treats you like a champion. And here's the part I respect. Founder Eric Girard, blue collar guy. His buddies start telling him the big brands stop listening. Sold out and became fashion shows. So Eric built something better, and then he named the boots after real guys. Real workers. No nonsense. They're comfortable. They're tough. These things are waterproof. They got a safety toe, a soft toe, whatever you need. Hey, and friends, if they're not right, send them back. Nobody else does that. So here's the deal. For a limited time, get $10 off at Brunt when you use code Chael at checkout. Just go to bruntworkwear.com. Use the code Chael and you are set. Don't forget, when they ask you where you heard about Brunt, tell them it was Uncle Chael. Is Ronda Rousey versus Gina Carano going to be the biggest fight of the year? And look, I'm not talking about resume. I get that there's nothing on the line. But if we understand that Jake Paul and Mike Tyson broke the internet, how'd they do that? Well, allow me to tell you, they had something on the line. Stakes is everything in the fight business. Everything. So Jake Paul's under fire. He's taking on MMA guys. He's taking on older guys. He's taking on, right? He's under fire. He steers into it. He gives a giant middle finger to everybody. And not only does he continue to take on an older guy, he takes on a retired guy. Oh, by the way, he takes on a much older guy. It was great. It was great. It annoyed everybody. It drove everybody insane. But that much older guy is the greatest boxer of all time. He is the most ferocious combat athlete of all time. He's Mike Tyson. Okay, great. But that comes back to the stakes. The stakes are that a legacy is on the line. Right? You're talking about handing the torch. Handing the torch is proverbial. It happens. It's real. But it's proverbial. This was the most blatant. I'm holding the torch. I am Mike Tyson. I might have to give it to this kid. And that kid did more with that torch now that time has gone by, right? I mean, it just proves the point of what was at stake. He went on and fought the Olympic champion, the heavyweight champion, the unified, two-time unified champion of the world in a weight class he did not belong in. With an argument that, well, apparently I do. I'm undefeated at this weight class and I beat the greatest ever. What do you do with that? That was on the line. Like it or not, that's what was on the line. That was real. That hurt boxing enthusiasts. That hurt them badly. The emotion that result caused, it hurt them. Which is one of the things they were able to take that emotion and parlay that to Anthony Joshua, who is going to be the white knight and get redemption and bring it back to boxing. Okay. Why are Ronda and Carano fighting? And that's where the problem comes. Listen, I'm open to it, and MVP's got a job to do, and they got to go out and tell a story. But what are the stakes? Can you think of any? This is not unfinished business. They had no business. Those two were never even in the same promotion. Those two were never in the same weight class. There was some media sensation, and if you go to an antique store, maybe somebody could find you a DOS to print. I mean, like there was talk at one point of wanting them together. But, you know, I only know that because I'm a hardcore fan and I read the dirt sheets and got an impeccable memory. So, again, I'm going to ask you, what are the stakes? Are we fixing a period of time? I'm going back. This was my high school enemy. This is the guy that beat me in college in the big match. Now, it's two judo practitioners, and they just missed each other at the tournaments, and one had an Olympic dream, and the other sprained her ankle and couldn't get. No, there's no reason that they're fighting, and I'm not a hater on it. I'm open to it. I'm trying to learn something here, but I'm also trying to teach something here. That if you are going to promote this and you're going to get behind it, you have to have some semblance of a stake. This has to matter to one of them. And you have two millionaire elitists that I guess are going to train for 10 weeks and then go fight each other, I guess. Okay, I'm open to it. But what happens to the loser? Where is that drop? If there's not a disparaging drop when it's over, it's hard to promote. Comes back to the stakes. What happens to the winner? What kind of a bounce does the winner get in relation with what kind of a drop does the loser get? That gap, those are your stakes. And the bigger that gap, the bigger the fight you have. And the lesser that gap is, when you got two gals that could very reasonably show up to a press conference and, hey, what are you doing? I don't care. I remember when Chuck and Tito tried to build a fight that did so poorly it put a company out of business. I remember them at the press conference. I remember Chuck, God bless him, couldn't have done a worse job. Well, I got back in shape. Chuck, why are you here? Why does this matter? You've already beat this guy twice. Why are you here? I got back in shape. That's your answer for why you're here? Then he got cleaned up in a few seconds and took the microphone and told the world that, well, at least he got back in shape. And you're just sitting there going, now I know why nobody's in this building, right? I mean, it's one of those things. You got stakes or you don't. This matters to you or it doesn't. It matters to the opponents or it doesn't. This is the one that got away. This is the one that stymied my career. This bitch could have given me an opportunity way back when, and she didn't do it. She was the only one that could give me an opportunity, and she didn't do it, to the point that I had to leave and go and do something else that wasn't even my dream, all because I couldn't get a bounce because she, who's supposed to be the queen of MMA, decided to not help the rest of us peasants. Well, all of a sudden you got a storyline. That's just not what happened here. So what are the stakes? I'm open to it. I'm open to hearing an answer. It's my one and only question. Why are we here and what are we doing?